Good evening. Oh, you still can't see me. This camera, how are we all doing? Still having trouble with space and angles and whatever. Hi, thank you for joining. Just going to make this a little bit better on my screen. Hopefully, say hello if you want to. The chat box is open at the side there. Yeah, so tonight you'll need a block or a textbook, whatever you've got, or a cushion or a rolled up beach towel or something like that in order to sit on or in order to balance on for when we're practicing later. You might also, as well, if you've got one handy, a dressing gown strap, belt or a tie or something, just because we're going to be working into the hamstrings and the hips at the beginning of the class. So if you've got something, doesn't need to be as long as this, but something that can easily go around the bottom of your foot, so you can, when we're led down, it's easier for you to grasp onto, so you can lengthen those hamstrings out. So, how are we all? Hopefully everyone's feeling all right this week. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird week for me, I must admit. I'm feeling a little bit drained, a little bit exhausted, a little bit tired. So I'm going to try and give you guys a less strong flow than we have been doing previously. Still working on hips, still working on twists, still trying to give you a couple of dynamic postures in there. But tonight we're just going to go a little bit slower, hopefully, than we have the last couple of times. It's just going to be a little bit more gentle. And if it's not, then I can only apologise, because I've not really had time to practice this flow much, as I've been working quite a bit, and when I've not been working, I've really just not wanted to be in front of a screen or doing anything, but yeah, so hopefully we will it will go all right, and we'll see what happens. So we're going to start this evening, if you're all ready, if you've got some water and you've got your tie or your dressing gown belt or a normal belt or something, we're going to start lying down. Feel free to put your own music on. I do have a playlist on my Spotify account. It's just Amy Farnworth. It's Yoga Flow 1. Might not be to everybody's taste. There are a few songs in there that are a bit well, most of them are quite wordy, but feel free to jump on that if it's public. Yeah, and we will make a start. So, lying down, just want you to bring your feet to the corners of your mat and just relax your body down onto the mat. Bring your arms to the sides of your body, your palms facing upwards. Close down the eyes and just begin to become aware of your body on the mat, or the towel, or the floor, or wherever you are this evening. Become aware of the connection between your feet, your calves, backs of your thighs, your lower back, your upper back, your shoulders. Become aware of where your shoulders are placed. If they're hiked quite high up, then try and release them a little bit further down the back. Relax your shoulders. Feel the backs of your arms in the mat, back of your head. And just gently draw your chin towards your chest to lengthen in the back of the neck. Take a moment for your body to settle. Then bring your awareness to the space in between your eyebrows, the black space, directly above the top of the nose, the third eye center. Direct your focus to this spot and just begin to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale, I want you to begin to breathe into your belly, into your abdomen. So take an inhale and fill your abdomen up with air so that you can feel your belly rise. And then when you release, allow your navel to drop back down towards your spine. Inhale, abdomen and belly rises. Exhale, belly falls. Inhale, belly filling up with air. Release, navel draws back towards your spine. On your next inhale, increase the count of breath to 2, 3, 4, and release for 1, 2, 3, 4. Do this 3 more times, allowing the belly to rise on each inhale and fall on each exhale. On your next inhale, I want you to take the breath through the belly and then send it up through the rib cage and the chest, expanding into the upper torso, and then releasing through your chest back down to your belly. Inhale, belly rises, rib cage expands, chest opens, breath flows into the shoulders, and then release through the shoulders, the collarbone, chest, rib cage, and belly. Breathing in, drawing that focus back to the space in between your eyebrows as you send the breath upwards. And then releasing, allowing you to let go of any tension, any stress, any worry. Breathing in for 1, 2, sending the breath through the chest, 4, maybe a small pause at the top. Release for 5, 4, 3, drawing your navel back towards your spine. 1. One more time, your full yogic breath. And then releasing gently. And at the end of your last exhale, just come back to your regular rhythm of breathing. Draw that focus, draw your drishti back to the space between your eyebrows. Take a deep breath in through your nose and release through your mouth. Gently begin to open your eyes, making some gentle movements with your fingers and your toes. And we're going to begin to move into the body. So rotating your wrists and your ankles. And then on your next inhale, bring your right leg in towards your chest and give it a little bit of a hug. And then release back down towards the mat. Bring your left knee into your chest. Again, give it a bit of a hug and release. And then grabbing hold of your tie or your strap. I want you to bring the strap around the ball of your right foot. So avoiding the arch and placing it on the ball. And then bringing the ends of the strap into your right hand. Keeping your back flat on the mat. You need to take an inhale and raise your right leg into the air, flexing your right foot so that your heel is pointing towards the ceiling. Imagine you're pushing the ceiling away with your heel. Now you can keep a gentle bend in your knee if you have tight hamstrings. Both shoulders are grounded into the mat, and just push that ceiling away a little bit and feel the lengthening in the right hamstring. If you would like to come deeper, then you can start to move the toes closer towards the forehead. Inhale. As you exhale, guide your right leg out to the side, to the right hand side. I'm not going to be able to go any further than this because my sofa's in the way, but if you can reach and guide that right leg over all the way down to the floor, then feel free to do so. Place your left hand on your left hip and ensure that left hip is in line with your right and that it's not moving over to the right hand side. Keep breathing here. Inhale, come back to center. Swap your hands over, and on your exhale, guide your right foot gently over to the left. Your gaze might be over your right shoulder, keeping both of your shoulders grounded into the mat. Inhale, bring your right foot back to center and release your right leg onto the mat. And then we're going to swap sides, bringing the strap underneath your left foot, on the ball of your left foot, avoiding the arch. Again, bringing your body down to the mat, allowing your shoulders to settle, allowing the length of your torso to settle on your mat. Take an inhale and lift your left leg towards the ceiling, flexing your left foot so that your heel is pushing towards the sky. Imagine you're trying to touch the ceiling with your heel. Keep breathing into this hamstring opener. As you inhale, exhale, maybe draw those toes a little closer to your face. Take an inhale. Exhale, guide your left leg out to the side, really opening up into your left hip flexor here, keeping your right hip and your right shoulder grounded into the mat. Inhale, bring it all the way back to center. Swap your hands, bring your left arm out to the side, and then guide your left leg over to the right. Gaze might be over your left fingers, or your left shoulder. Inhale, bring your leg back to center. Release the strap. Place that to one side. Bring both of your knees into your chest. Give yourself a bit of a hug. Maybe rock from side to side. Crossing your feet at your ankles, placing your hands behind your thighs. We're just going to rock and roll up and down the mat, gently along the spine if this is comfortable for you to do so, until you can come to a seated position at the top of your mat. All right, now I'm going to turn this way so you can see what I'm doing. We're going to come into Baddha Konasana, which is bound angle pose. So if you want to sit on a block at this point, or if you want to sit on your textbook, feel free to do so, or you can just stay with your sit bones on the floor. If you have tight hips and you find it difficult to open into your hips, then please raise yourself onto a block if it's comfortable. Bringing the soles of your feet together and letting your knees hang out to the side. Maybe your lower arms, your forearms come onto your knees in order to try and guide your knees a little bit further down towards the mat. Keeping the length in the back of the spine. Just elongating through the torso, drawing your navel in towards your spine. Shoulders are relaxed and away from your ears. And then gently bringing the knees in together, releasing that block if you have one, and then bringing your legs out long into your Dandasana, your staff pose. Maybe shifting the fleshy bit from underneath your sit bones so you can ground yourself a little bit more. And then we're going to come into Janu Shirshasana. I can never say that. So bringing your right foot, the sole of your right foot close to your left thigh, allowing your right knee to come out to the side. If you need to prop your knee up to support it, then please feel free to do so here. And then we're going to inhale and exhale. We're just going to fold over our left leg, keeping the integrity in the spine and just looking down towards the toes. Just going to turn this way. And then releasing, coming all the way back up. We're going to move into a little bit of a, what I like to call a mini wild thing, but it might not be a mini wild thing. It might just be something that I've made up. Okay, so lifting your right arm and bringing your right arm behind you. We're going to press the palm of the right hand into the floor. Your right leg stays in the Janu Shirshasana pose with your the sole of your right foot pressed against your left thigh. And then we're just going to lift our hips up to the ceiling and reach our left hand up high. Exhaling, lowering back down. One more time, if you like. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift your hips up and bring your left arm high. Drop your shoulders, gazes up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Coming back up to sitting, release your right leg, and we're just going to repeat that on the left-hand side. So bringing your left foot to the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. We're going to move into Janu on this side. So again, using a block underneath your knee for support if you need to. Inhale to raise those hands high. Exhale to fold over your right leg. Gaze is towards your right toes. I was going to say fingers then, but these are your fingers. They're your toes. Just in case you got confused like I did. Keeping the integrity of your spine. Inhaling, coming back to center. Releasing that block if you have one. And we're just going to move into a mini variation of wild thing on this side. So left hand comes high behind you, planting your left palm on the floor. And then inhaling to prepare. As you exhale to push those hips high, right hand comes above the head, gazes up towards the right fingers or the ceiling. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, lift the heels up towards, the hips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Bringing your legs out long, one more time. We're just going to move over into our tabletop position. So bringing your hands underneath your shoulders, your wrists stacked in line with your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips, grounding down through each finger as it's spread wide on the mat. We're going to move into a few cats and cows, just to mobilize into the spine, so to create some space for the movements that we're going to be doing later on. So as you inhale, I want you to lift your tailbone towards the ceiling, arch your back, bring your shoulder blades together, and gaze comes up into your cow. As you exhale, round your back, navel draws up towards your spine, gaze comes towards your knees. Really push the mat away. Inhale into your cow. Arching that spine, tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Exhale, round the back, drawing the navel towards the spine, gaze dips. Inhale, cow. Exhale into your cat. One more time. Really emphasize the movement here as you exhale back into your cat. The word that I was looking for there was exaggerate. So there we go. So we're going to make some opposite arm to knee postures now. So making sure you've got stability. We're going to inhale and lengthen our right leg out. As you exhale, round your back and bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen your right leg, flex your right foot, and then I want you to draw your left arm out in front of you. And as you exhale, round your back and bring your left elbow to your right knee. Inhale, lengthen, flex your right foot. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, plant your left hand and plant your right foot back down. Second side. Inhale, lengthen your left foot and flex your left leg and flex your left foot towards the back of the room. Exhale, bring your left knee to your nose, rounding your back. Inhale, lengthen your left leg and bring your right arm out in front of you. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Rounding that back. One more time. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands and your legs back down. We're going to move now into our plank position. So spreading those fingers wide on the mat, bringing your hands to the outer edges of the mat if you have tight shoulders. So this is our setup for our downward facing dog. Now lengthen your right foot back and push down into the mat with the ball of your foot. And then come up onto your left foot and press into the mat with the ball of your left foot. Draw your navel up towards your spine, slight rounding in the back, shoulders are stacked over your wrists, gaze is to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down, untuck your toes and come into your child's pose. Bring your knees to the sides of your mat, bring your big toes to touch and sink your hips back towards your heels. Lengthening your arms out in front of you and bringing your forehead to the mat. Take a few breaths in your child's pose. If you want to set an intention for your practice this evening, feel free to do so now. For me, this intention is to try and go a little slower. Slow down, I think. Or switch off, maybe. Appreciate the silence, appreciate the stillness. But for you, it can be anything that you want. It can be a positive affirmation, it can be some words of encouragement. It can maybe just be, this is enough, or I am enough, or this is just what I need. Or if you want to send your energy, the energy from your practice to anybody else, please feel free to make that your intention this evening. Take one more breath in your child's pose. Come all the way back up into your tabletop, and we're going to go into our plank once more. So right leg extends, left leg extends, balls of the feet are pushing into the mat and the heels are lengthening towards the back of the room. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, I want you to lengthen and lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Draw your heels down towards the mat and come into your downward facing dog. Your chest comes towards your thighs. Knees are slightly bent if you have tight hamstrings, or if you need to elongate that tailbone up towards the ceiling. External rotation in the upper arms. Gaze towards your feet. Breathe. Draw the bottom ribs up and under. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, back to your plank. You should be able to do this without shifting your feet or your heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes, and bring your chest down to the floor, keeping your elbows in the sides of your body, gaze to the top of your mat. Inhale to your low cobra or Bhujangasana. Push down through the tops of your feet, shoulders away from your ears. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Hold for 2 breaths. Inhale. As you exhale, walk those hands slightly inwards, bringing the heels back down towards the floor. We're coming to a shorter downward facing dog, and we're going to come and twist. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of your left ankle, and gaze comes underneath your left armpit. Send that tailbone high and draw your navel up towards your spine, tucking the belly button up and under. A gaze comes up, drop the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale, release your right hand. Repeat on the left. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your right ankle and gaze underneath your right armpit. Remember, you can keep a soft bend in your knees if this is more comfortable on the back of your legs. Keep breathing. Draw that belly button up and under. Exhale, release your hands, and then gently walk them all the way to the back of your mat, so they're in front of your feet and you've landed in your forward fold. Soft, gentle bend in the knees if you need to. Chest comes to thighs, head hangs heavy, Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Straighten out your legs, straighten out your spine. Crown of the head reaches forward. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Place your left hand in front of your feet. We're going to bend in the left knee, and then as you take an inhale to prepare, I want you to exhale and raise your right hand high, coming into a twist on your right hand side. Straighten out your right leg, left knee bends, tailbone is sending towards the back of the room. Shoulders away from the ears, breathe. Inhale. Exhale, lower the right hand. Replace the left hand with the right. Bend into the left knee. Bend into the right knee. Straighten out the left knee. Inhale. And exhale to lengthen the left arm into the air. Relaxing that left shoulder and drawing it back as we twist on the left-hand side. Belly button tucks up and under. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Head hangs heavy in your Uttanasana. Opposite hand to opposite elbow. Ragdoll it out a little bit. Give yourself a little bit of a shake from side to side. Coming all the way back to a place of stillness. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine, hands come above the head, come all the way up to standing. Palms might touch, gaze might follow. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, so step towards the top of your mat. We're going to run through a couple of sun salutation A's. So big toes to touch with a slither of air in between your heels. Grounding down through all three corners of your feet. Allowing yourself a moment to just connect with the earth, connect with your breath. Strengthening and engaging in those thighs. Hips are shining forward. Roll those shoulders away from the ears, palms facing forwards. Crown of your head reaches up towards the ceiling. Inhale, raise your hands above your head. Palms might touch. Exhale, hinge at your hips, folding over your thighs as you come down into your forward fold, your Uttanasana. Soft, gentle bend in your knees, head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, hands come to the floor, step back into your high plank. Shoulders stacked over wrists. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest onto the floor, keeping the elbows in the ribcage, shoulders away from the ears. Push down through the bottom of your feet as you inhale into your low cobra or Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes and send your tailbone high for your downward facing dog. Chest comes towards the thighs, external rotation in the upper arms, gaze towards your feet. Gentle bend in your knees as you draw the heels back down towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, bend your knees and tiptoe or step to the top of your mat. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there. Landing in that forward fold. Tailbone lengthens towards the ceiling, chest towards your thighs, head heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine, hands above your head. Utthita Hasta into Tadasana. Exhale, Samastiti, second round. Inhale, rise those hands into the air. Palms might touch, gaze might follow. Exhale, surrendering over your thighs, bringing your chest towards your thighs as you hinge at your hips. Into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back once more into your high plank. Shoulders stacked over wrists, heels pushing towards the back of the room. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees to the floor. Untuck your toes. Bring your chest down to the floor, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. Plant your feet and inhale into your Bhujangasana, your low cobra. Exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Inhale. To lift your right leg high. Now, if you want to come down onto your knees at this point, if it's easier, please do. There's an option for you to do so. You're lifting your right leg high. As you exhale, bringing your right knee to your nose. If you're in your downward facing dog position, right leg high. Exhale, right knee comes towards your nose. Inhale, send your right leg high. Exhale, right knee comes to left elbow. Inhale, send that right leg high. Exhale, lower down back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg comes high. Again, if you're on your knees, and keep that left leg high. And as you exhale, bring your left knee to your nose. If you're in your downward facing dog, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen your left leg. As you exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, send your leg high. Exhale, lower down to downward facing dog. Take one more breath here. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale. Come back into downward facing dog. Sorry, one more time. It's a new flow for me this evening. Inhale here. Exhale. And then slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. Landing once more in your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Chest comes to thighs. If you can straighten out those legs, amazing, but don't compromise the spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of the head reaches forward, hands touch something, shins or floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we're going to come into our chair pose. Sweep the arms up ahead, sink the tailbone back, and come into our chair, our Utkatasana, our fierce pose. So you want to be able to see your toes in front of your knees, weight shifts back into your heels, tailbone sinks down. Imagine you're sitting in a chair. Arms can come to the height of your ears, or they can come to Namaste, whichever is more comfortable on the shoulders. Take a moment and take a few breaths here, drawing that belly button in and up, sinking the tailbone down and opening the chest. Inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center, and we're going to twist to the left. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, twist to the left and bring your left elbow over your right knee. And then gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Draw that left hip back if it's shooting forwards. Keeping the tailbone lengthening towards the floor, drawing your right shoulder away from your ears, pressing your hands together and twisting to this side. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to twist to the left. Right elbow comes over left knee. Palms are together. Draw that right hip back if that right knee shot forward. And gaze comes up towards the ceiling. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way back up, standing hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Come to the top of your mat. We're going to move through a couple of sun salutation C's with a couple of modifications. So, Tadasana pose, big toes to touch, slither of air in between your heels, grounding down through those feet, engaging your legs, engaging your core. Shoulders roll away from your ears. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Come down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. Crown of your head reaches forward, flat back. Exhale, fold. Step back with your step back with your right foot. Okay. And then drop your knee, untuck your toe, and come up into your low lunge on this side. Inhale. Exhale. Make sure your hips are shining forwards. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to lower. And then bringing your left hand on the inside of your left foot. We're going to heel toe our left foot out to the side slightly. Planting and grounding down through your right hand, we're going to inhale to raise our left hand high. Gaze up towards our left fingers. Exhale, lower. Now we're going to come into a twisted monkey. If you want to come here, you can. If you want to stay with this twist on this side, then feel free to do so. If you're coming into this posture, then placing your left hand on the inside of your left knee. We're just going to guide that left knee over to the side. And then maybe just come onto the outside of the left foot. And twist around, gaze up towards the ceiling. If you want to come into the full posture, you can lift the right knee. Inhale, raise that left hand high. And maybe grab onto the right foot. Really opening up the heart and feeling the twist on this side. Inhale, gently lower that knee back down. Bring your hand back to the ground. Heel toe your left foot back to center. Come up onto the ball of your foot and lift your left leg. As you inhale to rise into your high lunge on this side. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lower. Step back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower down through knees, untuck your toes, bringing your chest onto the floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift your right leg high. And exhale, bring your right leg and your right foot through to the top of your mat. Inhale into your high lunge. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center and we're going to twist on this side. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your left, don't worry if you wobble, bring your left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Now you can drop your left knee if you like and twist in this position. There's always options. making sure you're drawing your right shoulder away from your ear. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Inhale, raise those hands. Exhale, lower. And then step up to the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. We repeat on the second side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Big toes touch, slither in between your heels. Palms facing forwards. Inhale, raise your hands. Breathing out, coming into your forward fold, hinging your hips. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back with your left leg, and then you can drop your knee and untuck your toe and inhale to rise into your low lunge. Exhale. Inhale. And then lower your hands and gently heel toe your right foot out to the side of the mat, your hands on the inside of your right foot, planting and grounding through your left hand. As you inhale to rise, lifting and lengthening your right arm to the ceiling, gaze towards your right fingers. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hands onto the floor. If you want to come into your twisting monkey on this side, feel free to do so. If you want to come back into your twist, just your sort of revolved, extended side angle, you can. Bringing your hand back down if you're coming into twisting monkey. We're just going to roll onto the outside of our right foot, guiding our right knee out to the side and twisting the body over to the right. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling. You can stay here if you like. You can raise your right hand, or you can come into a full twisted monkey by lifting your left knee, your left foot, inhaling to lengthen your right hand and bring your right hand down, grab the sole of your left foot and really open up your chest to this side. Keep breathing. Inhale, raise your hand. Gently place your hand back down. Heel toe your right foot back towards the center. Tuck your left toe. Lift your left knee and inhale to rise into your high lunge. Exhale to fold. Step back into your high plank. Take an in breath. As you exhale, lower down through knees, chest and chin. Pressing the tops of the feet into the mat as you inhale to your Bhujangasana low cobra. Exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your toes and send your tailbone high, downward facing dog. Gaze towards your feet. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, left foot comes between the hands. As you inhale to rise into your high lunge, you can drop your back knee again if this is more comfortable. Exhale, hands come to heart center and we'll twist on this side. Take an in-breath to prepare. Exhale, right elbow comes to the outside of the right thigh. Gaze comes up towards the ceiling as we twist on this side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, plant your hands. Step to the top of your mat. Land once more in your Uttanasana or forward fold. Soft bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up to standing. Hands come above your head. Exhale, Samastitihi. Lovely, guys. Take a drink if you need to. I'm not sure what the camera angle is like, but hopefully it'll be okay. All right. Hope you're all feeling suitably warm and nice and stretched out. Coming back to the top of your mat in your Tadasana posture whenever you're ready. Maybe take some time to set back in with your intention. Bring the focus back to the space in between your eyes. As we inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, fold, hinge at your hips, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back with your left leg. And this time, just plant your left heel down, but leave your feet pointing towards the left corner of your mat. Bending your right knee as you inhale to rise into your warrior one. So the heel of your right foot wants to be in line with the heel of your left foot. Ground down through your left little toe and bring your hips round so they face the forward. Inhale, raise your hands, warrior one. Keep breathing here. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to bring the hands round your back. We're going to clasp the hands together. Roll the shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to come into our humble warrior. Bringing the chest close towards the thigh and keeping the left foot grounded. Gaze comes towards the big toe of your right foot. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to rise. Exhale, release your hands. Bring your hands to your hips. And we're just going to pivot a little bit on that left foot. And maybe widen our stance slightly to come into our warrior two on this side. Virabhadrasana 2. What you want in your setup is your right heel in line with the arch of your left foot. Bending your right knee. Gaze is down your right middle finger, warrior two. Inhale, raise your hands high, straighten out your front leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, hands come to touch. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten out both legs. Heel toe your back foot in, setting up for your Trikonasana. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Inhale, reach forward with your right hand. Pushing your left hip towards the back of the room. As you exhale, bring your right hand down. Maybe it touches the floor or the shin. Keeping your legs straight, drawing your right hip round. Left arm comes into the sky. Left shoulder stacked on right. Gaze up towards your right fingers. Sorry, your left fingers. Breathe. Inhale, slight bend in the knee. Come all the way back. Up. Just have to look at my notes. Exhale into your warrior two. Gaze down your middle finger. Make sure you can see your toes over your knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale. Bring your right arm to your right thigh. And then lengthen your left hand up into your extended side angle. Breathe here. Inhale all the way back to center. Exhale, hands to hips. And then pivot on your right foot so that both of your feet are facing the direction of the camera or the long side of your mat. And we're going to come into goddess. So, point your toes out towards the side of your mat. We're going to inhale, raise our hands high into our star. Exhale, sink the hips low, bend the knees. Goddess, hands come to the heart. Inhale, rise. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to hips. Pivot on your left foot. And then just step slightly inwards. We're going to come into our revolved extended side angle on this side. I spoke about this on my socials the other day. So, our setup is, in fact, warrior two. So, heel of your right foot in line with the arch of your left foot. Inhale to raise your hands high. Exhale to come into your warrior two. And as you reach forward, I want you to windmill your left arm down and come down as if you were coming into, as if you were going to step back with your right foot, but you're not going to. You're going to keep your left foot pressed into the mat. You're going to plant your left hand on the floor next to your right foot, or it can come in front, or if you're more advanced than that, it can come to the outside of your right foot. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale to raise your right hand high. Keep grounding down through your left little toe. Draw your right knee in towards your body and keep a bend in your right knee. Revolved extended side angle. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. Pivot on your left foot and step towards the top of your mat, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up, standing hands come above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeat on the second side. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, raise your hands high. Breathing out, coming down into your Uttanasana, your forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold, step back with your right leg. Planting your right foot and allowing your right toes to point to the right hand corner of your mat. As you inhale to rise into your warrior one, keeping your left leg straight, making sure you can see your toes over your left knee. Heel of your left foot in line with the heel of your right foot. Hips facing forwards. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers, drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale to prepare. Exhale to come down into your humble warrior, bringing your chest towards your thigh, gaze towards your little toe, gaze towards your toes. Press down through the little toe of your right foot. Draw your navel in towards your spine. Take 2 breaths here. Inhale, come all the way back, setting your alignment. Your left heel in line with the arch of your right foot. Shoulders, arms in line with your shoulders. Bending your left knee, gaze down your middle finger. Inhale, straighten out your front leg, raise your arms high. Exhale, warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, reach forward. As you exhale, come into your extended side angle on this side. Gaze is up to your right hand. Inhale all the way up to center. Exhale, straighten out, set up for your Trikonasana. Inhale, lengthen your left hand towards the side of the room. As you exhale, lower your left hand, sending your right hand high. Gaze is up towards your right fingers, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Inhale, bending that front knee, coming all the way back into your warrior 2. Exhale, hands to heart center. Pivot on your left foot slightly, and then allow your right foot to come out to the side, setting up for another goddess on this, another goddess posture. Inhale, raise your hands high. Exhale, bend your knees, coming in, sinking your bottom down into your goddess. Inhale, raise those hands high. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, hands come high. Exhale, hands come back towards your hips. Again, setting up for your warrior 2. So your left foot faces forward. Coming into a bend on this side. Inhale, bring your arms up high. As you exhale, windmill that right arm down, keeping your right foot pressed into the mat. Ground down through your right little toe. Right hand comes either next to your left foot, in front, or at the side, the outer side. Take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale to twist and revolve your side angle, and this side, left arm comes high. Ground down through your left little foot. Draw your right hip forwards, gaze up towards your left fingers. Inhale. Exhale, lower your hands. Pivot on your right foot. And then step to the top of your mat with your right foot meeting your left, landing in your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, straight spine all the way up, standing hands above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, take another drink. We're going to make our way down towards the floor. Coming to Tadasana, or mountain pose once more. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Release through your mouth. Inhale, hands come above your head. Breathe out, surrender over your thighs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Head hangs heavy. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, step back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower through knees, untuck your toes, bringing your chest down towards the floor. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, bend your knees, tuck your toes, send your tailbone high into your downward facing dog. Now we're going to move into pigeon from here. So we need to inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right wrist and bring your right foot close to your left wrist, and then allow your back leg to come down to the floor. Keeping your torso upright, shifting your weight back, and allowing your right foot to flex. And feeling the intense opening in your hip flexor, pressing down through the top of your left foot and keeping your left leg lengthened. Now you can stay in your active pigeon if you like. We're going to hold for a few breaths, or if you feel comfortable coming down and you're comfortable with this posture anyway, you can take an inhale. And as you exhale, you can fold over your right leg, coming down onto your forearms, or you can release your head all the way down, whichever you feel comfortable doing. Try not to allow your right hip to sink onto the mat. If it's lifted, place a block or a cushion underneath it. Take 2 breaths in this posture. Plant your hands, tuck your toes, lift your left leg, send back into your high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower your knees, untuck your toes and bring your chest down onto the floor. Pressing through the tops of your feet as you inhale to your Bhujangasana. Exhale to your downward facing dog. Gaze towards your feet. Inhale, lift your left leg high. Exhale, draw your left knee to your left wrist and bring your left foot to your right wrist. And then lengthening out your right foot and just planting the top of your right foot into the mat and shifting your weight back slightly, keeping your left foot flexed to protect your knee. Staying in your active pigeon on this side. If you need to place a block or something underneath your left hip for support, or your left sit bone, so that you're avoiding dumping the weight into your left side, you want to remain up straight in your pigeon posture. Keep breathing here. Again, if you want to come further down, feel free to do so. Take an inhale to prepare. Drawing your navel in as you exhale to fold over your front leg. You can place your forearms on the floor, or you can bring your head all the way down, whichever is comfortable for you, or you can stay in your active pigeon. 2 breaths here. Planting your hands, tucking your right toes, lifting your right knee. Send your left foot back into your high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower through knees. Untuck your toes, bring your chest down to the floor. Inhale into your low cobra, pushing into the tops of those feet. Exhale, bend your knees. Tuck your toes. Send your tailbone high one more time for your downward facing dog. Inhale, slowly lift those heels. And then exhale, bending your knees. I want you to step forward into your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale as gracefully as you can, lifting your heels, Drawing your sitting bones down towards the floor, I want you to come into a seated position, however is possible for you. All right. We're just going to move into Dandasana, our staff pose, like we did at the beginning. If you feel the need to bend your knees, then please do. Toes are facing upwards. Torso is straight. Take an in-breath. Exhale. Bring your right knee in towards your torso, and then place your right foot across your left leg. We're going to twist to this side. So bringing your left arm over your right knee. Take an inhale to prepare. As your right arm goes behind and you twist to the right, gaze coming over your right shoulder. Draw that navel in towards your spine. As you inhale, exhale, maybe twist a little deeper. Breathing in, coming all the way back to center. Release your right leg. And we're going to repeat on the left side, bringing your left knee into your chest and then crossing your left foot over your right. Bring your right arm in front of your left knee. Left arm comes behind you. Inhale to prepare. As you exhale, draw your belly button in, making space for your torso to twist to your left. Gaze comes over your left shoulder. Keep flexing in your right foot. Inhale to lengthen that spine. Creating space as you exhale to maybe twist slightly deeper. Breathing in as you come all the way back to center. Releasing your legs. We're going to come down onto the floor through Anavasana, our boat pose. Feet coming towards the chest, bending at the knees, planting your feet flat on the floor, bringing your arms out towards the side with your fingers pointing forwards. We're just going to shift our weight back into our sit bones, lift our legs off the floor, and maybe point the toes forward, keeping the chest elevated and lengthened, so to create that nice space and broadening of your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. We're just going to lower down, really using your core all the way down to the mat. And just allowing yourself to feel the connection with your body on the mat for a couple of breaths. Bending both of your knees, planting the soles of your feet on the floor, bringing your legs, your feet out wide, and then just bringing your knees together. Windmill your legs from side to side, or windscreen wipe, should I say, not windmill. Then come to a place of stillness. Bring your legs and your feet back to center. Bring your right knee in towards your chest. Bring your left knee in towards your chest. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. If you want to come into happy baby from here, then you can. Bringing your knees close to your chest and sending the soles of your feet up towards the ceiling. Hands come onto the inside or the outside of your feet. Lengthen the whole of your torso onto your mat, allowing the bottom of your spine to ground into the earth as well as your shoulders and your hips. And you can gently rock from side to side if this is comfortable to do so. Or you can just enjoy the innocence of this happy baby posture. And then allowing your legs to come long. Feet out towards the bottom corners of your mat. Allow your arms to come beside you with your palms facing upwards. Allow those shoulders to draw down and away from your ears. Chin comes closer towards your chest to allow the back of your neck to lengthen. Torso sinks into the mat. Closing down your eyes, drawing back to you the intention that you set at the beginning of the class. Allowing your awareness to reconnect to your breath. Allowing your body to sink into the earth. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, releasing through your mouth. Once more, breathing in, appreciating all the effort that you have been to tonight in your practice. And exhale it out through your mouth. Shavasana. Allowing yourself a moment to bring your awareness back to that space between your third eye. So the space between your eyebrows, your third eye center. Allowing your awareness to come back to your breath. Allowing you to feel the energy from the practice you have just taken part in. Allowing yourself to feel the connection with your body on the mat. Bring your awareness back to the space you hold. Setting in with your intention. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth and release. Drawing your knees in towards your chest. Giving yourself a nice big cuddle. Gently rocking over to your right hand side. Letting that essence of Shavasana linger for a couple more moments before you gently move up to a seated position. Keeping your gaze soft and your eyes closed if you wish. Drawing your hands to heart center. Dipping your chin towards your chest. Pressing your thumbs in towards your sternum so that you can feel the beat of your heart. No matter what testing times we face, no matter how our mood may fluctuate from day to day, from week to week, no matter the frustrations that we feel, the sadness that we might experience at not being able to connect with the energy of the people that we hold so close to us. No matter what happens, we have to remember that this too shall pass. Bringing your thumbs to rest between your eyebrows, where your third eye center lies, your intuition, your thoughts. Thank you for practicing with me this evening. Thank you for bearing with me while I tweaked a few of the postures. I appreciate you being here and trying to enjoy the flow. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will see you tomorrow night for a Monday night flow. The light in me honors and salutes the light in you. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for bearing with me. Like I said, with a slightly different flow this evening. Yeah, I just need to tweak a few things. Also, I'm not really happy with the camera angle as it is. So any suggestions that you may have, then feel free to just shoot me a message or something regarding the angle of the camera, or let me know, give me feedback, whether you liked it, whether you didn't like it. I know I overran a little bit slightly, by about 10 minutes, but hey ho, you got an extra 10 minutes. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your evening, have a glass of wine or a beer, whatever, and I will see you tomorrow night, 7:30. Thank you.